Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Club Grayskull Filmation style Man-at-Arms figure. Removing the cool slipcover from our Castle Grayskull inspired box totally reveals our Man-at-Arms right there in the very cool window box packaging. So same kind of box we've seen for all of the other figures in the Club Grayskull or Filmation lineup. It's got this very cool Castle Grayskull theme there with the windows and the eyes and the nose and the towers on the side. Fully showcases our figure with him. Now this is pretty cool because, like Hordak before him here, Man-at-Arms is a character who's had a lot of figures in the Classics line, but he's had a lot of different looks, and a true Filmation-inspired version was something that I've definitely wanted to see. So on the back side of the packaging, we've got that image of Man-at-Arms straight out of the cartoon, standing in front of Castle Grayskull, and we even have ourselves a cool little bio for the Filmation-style Man-at-Arms. So I love the packaging on this line. I know I've said that a bunch, but let's go ahead and rip this open and get a closer look at the figure within. Alright, so we got Man-at-Arms outside of the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at him. Let's start with the head sculpt on this guy. This is a great head sculpt. The Horsemen did a wonderful job of sculpting and capturing the likeness how the character appeared in the Filmation animated series. I love it. The helmet is very nice all the way around. It's kind of done in like a flat gray, which is pretty typical for the Filmation style figures because it gives them that more animated appearance. And this continues all the way down onto the torso here. The armor is similar, but still very different than what we saw on that classic toy. Specifically, he does have the armor bits that go down both arms there instead of just one. And it's worth noting that the armor is part of the sculpt of his arms. So this isn't removable. It's different than what we saw on the Classics figure where you could pull the armor off of the arm. This is all part of the sculpt, which is very, very interesting. And it looks pretty good for the most part. You'll see there is a little bit of paint sloppiness going on here, specifically in some of the spots where they kind of overlapped on the lines. I got a little bit of orange on the elbow there. It's really not too noticeable when you've got him just standing there, but when you start posing him around, you can really kind of see it. So I definitely wish those lines were a little bit cleaner. Now the armor on his torso is a removable piece of armor, so you can see that that would just come off there. It does seem like they're gluing these in place with Super 7, so the armor doesn't seem to pop off the way that it did before. It looks like it's got the tab, so if you wanted to work that loose, you probably could. It's also worth noting that this is a very soft, gummy piece of plastic. You can see very pliable up here on the guard in front of the face. The rest of the body has that nice dark green that Man-at-Arms is known for underneath the orange, as well as kind of the less detailed loincloth piece, as well as the armor bits over the boots there. All in all, it's a very pleasing looking figure to the eyes because the colors seem perfect. It's a great looking sculpt, and like I said, it just seems to do a really good job of capturing the look of this character right out of the animated series. So let's talk about the articulation here. Very, very basic as far as what we get from these figures. So that head is on that ball joint there, can roll around, can look left and right. You do still have the ball joints at the shoulders, so even though we got these new sculpted armor pieces, the arms still have a great range of movement going forwards and backwards, side to side. You still have the swivel at the bicep. You got nice tight joints at the elbows, swivels at the wrist, as well as the little hinge joints at the wrists, which are very nice. You got that torso joint there, so you can move the body forwards and backwards, as well as swivel them at the thighs. Ball-like joints at the thighs there, forwards, backwards, swivel at that thigh cut. You got nice tight joints at the knees, which is very, very nice. I do always appreciate that. Swivels at the boot cut, which is really cool. You can see how the armor kind of goes up there. Still swivels, which is great. And then on the ankles, you can move forwards and backwards, as well as rock them side to side, which is something we've been seeing on all of these Filmation style figures. So fits right in with the rest of those. Should be great for posing around. The joints on this guy are nice and tight, so no issues there. Now, he does come with a few accessories. Of course, you can't have Man-at-Arms without his club. And this is very much more simple and plain than the Classics club. There's a lot less details on there. It's just very, very straight, but done in the same color plastic as the armor that he's wearing there. And he can hold that in either one of his hands so that you can complete that clubbed look for Man-at-Arms. He also comes with this fun Filmation accessory. This is the Stasis Ray, something that we saw straight in the cartoon series. You can put it with your Man-at-Arms. You can have your Tila using it, which is really cool. It's just done in a flat gray paint, so there's no extra details or deco on there, but it is sculpted very nice, and you can get a really good two-handed pose out of this, and it's just a cool little extra accessory thrown in to pose with your Man-at-Arms. But my favorite accessory is this. This is the little laser blast effect that can plug into his wrists. So check this out. Both wrists have little ports, so you can plug this effect in. And basically, you're just going to take the little peg, and you're going to plug it straight in there, and we've got ourselves a very cool little laser effect. This is great because it allows you to pose the figure around, basically recreating that famous intro to the series, and it works really well. It holds in there very good. The little blast is nice and straight, sticking off the figure. It's just such a fun effect that really works very well. Now, I want to point one thing out with mine, and I don't think this is supposed to happen, but mine came apart at the little blast port there. It looks like there's some glue, so mine definitely just came unglued. Now, it seems to still work. I can plug it back in there, and I can plug it into the arm, and it holds just fine. It might be something that I try to re-glue, because I definitely don't think that's supposed to come apart right there. Regardless of that, I love this accessory. I think it works really well, and it makes for some very fun posing of this figure. Alright guys, it's comparison time. So I've got this new Filmation Man-at-Arms standing alongside a couple other versions of Man-at-Arms. We've had several Man-at-Arms actually released in the Classics line, and I know the one that I've got here still has the snake head on. I just moved. I can't find my box with the spare heads. I apologize, but mostly I wanted you guys to see the difference in the detailing, especially in the bodies and the armors there, with all of these figures standing side by side. So there you guys go. There is a look at the brand new Club Grayskull Filmation style Man-at-Arms. Honestly, I consider this the winner of the current batch of Filmation figures. Aside from just a few paint details that I wish were a little cleaner, I love this guy. I think he's great. He's a wonderful sculpt, does a great job of looking just like the animated series. He comes with fun accessories, including that blast effect. This guy is just a really nicely done action figure, and he looks fantastic alongside other Filmation characters from the line. So this version of Man-at-Arms is part of Series 1 from Super 7's new lineup. As the others were, this one is also pre-order only, so if you missed out on those pre-orders at this point, you're gonna have to pick them up on the aftermarket. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this guy, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of my Masters of the Universe reviews. Until next time.